Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited. Sorry, you might see some feline interference here. My cat's like, what is happening? And likes to push my computer around. I'm so excited to see so many faces. Hi, Lori, Leah. Hi, Karina. Hi, Leah. Hi, Nina. Trent. I'm so excited. We are super blessed, guys, because this wonderful woman, Miss Jennifer Dowd, as you can see over here, and we've got Benny, who's our Emerald leader, are here to help us learn more about this amazing company that has completely changed my life. And the products have been amazing for me, and the business has been amazing for me. And I was in Vegas and I got to meet so many amazing people. And I'm just like, I'm all fired up. We are, I think for me, and maybe for a lot of you, it's looking for solutions for our family members or ourselves that are comprehensive, that are holistic, that are plant-based, that are just an alternative to what may not be working for us already. And that's what I found here. It's so great. And then in sharing that with people, I've been able to make an income from it, and I get to be at home and be present for my family. And that's kind of the goal for me. And it's just been such a blessing. And we have seen super huge growth in the last month, which means so many more people are getting their hands on products that are life-changing, really, that are helping. So I don't want to take up any more time. I want Miss Jennifer Dowd to speak as much as she can, because she's just a force to be reckoned with. And I'm so blessed. Thank you for coming and doing this for us.
Oh my gosh, Leslie, I am excited to be here doing it with you. Do you guys want to record this so you have it for later?
I think it is recording.
Okay, I was just making sure that you had it going. Okay, well, welcome everybody. You know what? If you can turn your camera on, turn it on for me. And we don't even care if you look good. Here's the thing. You could be in your pajamas. I mean, technically it's 8 p.m. at night, so you are entitled to be in your pajamas. Technically, I might be in my pajamas on the bottom half. Don't tell anyone though. Anyway, this is what we love about working from home, by the way. Isn't it great that we could be in our pajamas on the bottom half and nobody would ever know? Just saying. But anyway, you guys, I am honored to be here. I absolutely love Leslie. She is an incredible leader. She's an incredible businesswoman, but she's just more importantly than that, an incredible person. And she has so much that she wants to share with you. Some of you are on here because you have health needs and you're on here thinking, oh my gosh, if I could just get some solutions to some issues I'm having. I would guess some of you might have like overall wellness goals. Some of you might be dealing with, oh my gosh, I need more energy and vitality. Maybe some of you are like, oh my gosh, the battle of the bulge. I'm constantly fighting it. You guys, I had a gastric sleeve surgery done 6 years ago. And I am telling you, wildest journey of my life. Like the 35 pounds came off, and then in 2 years, it all piled back on plus some more. Anyway, I wish that I knew then what I know now, because I never would have had the gastric sleeve done. But I will tell you, because of the products we're going to lay out tonight, I was able to lose 35 pounds without having another gastric situation done. So that makes me really excited. So I will share my weight loss journey with you. How many of you are interested in overall wellness? Go ahead and raise your hand for me so I can see. Just overall wellness. Excellent. Tina, Google Pixel 6, and Mara, do you guys want to turn your cameras on? Like we really do like to see you. It's kind of fun. Okay. How many of you would say, ooh, energy and vitality? I'm interested in having more energy. I would like to know about that. Yes. Okay. How many of you are into weight loss, weight management? That would be a thing for you. I see a lot of skinny people on here, so I don't know about that. Okay. How about fitness? Do any of you like the idea of whole food, whole plant supplementation for fitness? Yes. Okay. And then how about beauty? How many of you are into a clean beauty regimen? You would like that. Or if you could have something to make you even more beautiful and help you with anti-aging, that would be exciting for you. Okay. So we're going to talk about all the things. We're also going to talk about opportunity, because I'm sure that Leslie has probably shared with you that we have our hands on a revolutionary product right now called Transform. We'll talk a little bit more about Transform in just a minute. But kind of a highlight of Transform is a huge breakthrough in health science right now. So there is an enzyme that can actually turn when you eat a meal, it can turn 50 to 90% of your glucose into fiber. So imagine when you eat a meal, if you knew that, okay, so let me just tell you what I did today. I ordered, oh gosh, you guys don't have crumble cookies in Canada, do you? Do you have crumble cookies? Oh, I'm so sorry that you don't. They're so good. But anyway, I ordered Instacart to my door these cookies, and it was really fun to take the transform first and know that 50 to 90% of my glucose was going to turn into fiber. After, when I ate that, that was awesome. It also takes the glucose calories and reduces the glucose calories by 50 to 90%. So that's amazing. Okay. But when it comes to changing glucose to fiber, I want you to think about the millions of people all over the world who have sugar issues, meaning there's probably over 100 million people on the planet. I know in the United States alone, it's 40 million people that need to monitor their glucose. Okay, that's a big, big deal. I don't know what the stat is in Canada or worldwide, but you might want to look it up in Canada and then you can see what your own stat is. Maybe Benny will look that up for us real quick. But that's a lot of people who have a need for something we have our hands on. Now, this is what's cool, is there's an opportunity attached because you can't go to the drugstore and get this. You can't get a prescription for this. You can't get it at Costco. You can't get it in the grocery store. We are the only ones that have it. Okay. Just so you know, we are bringing it to market for the first time. We're early adopters to the party. We not only have this enzyme that turns glucose to fiber, but also that we have added a thermogenic too. Okay. So gosh, why can't I think what it's called? I'll show you the slide in a minute. You'll see what it's called. But basically it's not only increasing the metabolism by 4 times, but it is turning your visceral fat or your white fat. It is helping it to transfer into brown fat. And that's kind of what happens when you exercise. So we are seeing a lot of people lose inches as well, which is pretty cool. Okay. So that product alone is just massive. And we'll talk a little bit more about it, but I'm going to go kind of through a little bit of an overview of the company. Just so you know, the name of our company is called Trinont. Trinont is a French word that means to change life. And I'm going to go over the products just a little bit, like our very top products, and then we'll go into the actual opportunity side and how you could make anywhere from $100 to $1,000 to $10,000 to even $100,000 a month right from your phone, wherever in the planet you want to be, which is absolutely amazing on your time schedule. So Trinont is a 10-year-old company. It means to change life. And you can see we're in multiple countries. We're actually in 7 countries right now. We have plans to open several more over the next couple of years, which is exciting. I want you to know we are an Inc. 500 company. So this isn't like, somebody's making these in their garage or something, everyone. Okay. We are an Inc. success story. We made the Inc. success list in 2018 and then again in 2019 and 20. So that's really big. We are a new story in the network marketing space, which is cool. So we have the Inc. credibility here, but we're not even 1% of the market share yet. We actually just opened Canada a year ago, and go figure, Canada has more momentum in it than any other market we have right now. So you are in the right place. So here's an overview of everything we're looking to help you with. So here's our philosophy. We believe that there's a time and a place for pharmaceuticals. We believe most health issues come down to one of 3 things, either deficiencies in the body, imbalances in the body, or toxins in the body. And so what we do is we provide whole food, whole plant supplementation to help you with whatever your health goals are. So I want to do something kind of fun real quick. Well, it's fun for me, maybe not for you, but it helps me to be able to speak to you about what matters to you. So if you wouldn't mind just unmuting your line just one at a time really quick. If you were to say, this would be my number one health goal, it's blah. You can just finish the sentence. My number one health goal is, or if you have a health issue and you want to tell me what that is, and I can kind of, as I give the information, I can talk about the things that would be relevant to you if you want to talk about that real quick. So, Lori, do you want to start?
There's 2 Loris. Which one?
You.
When I first joined, my biggest health concern was low energy. So for me, I started with the Glow and the Optimize. I also had like some arthritis, or I do have some arthritis. But for me, it was mostly the energy. Like I was always really tired, and I have some children, and I work full time, and I was just sort of dragging my feet a little bit. But now I would say like a new health goal for me would be to lose weight.
Well, I love this. I love it. Okay, how about Lori Lolly?
I think you're muted, Lori.
What would you say your number one health goal is? Or if you have like a digestive issue or something like that, you could tell us that, because I want to make sure that I give you information on the things that I know would help you tonight.
We can't hear you,
Still
Lori,
muted.
and you are unmuted. Do you want to type it in the comments for us, maybe?
Oh yeah, you could do that.
Yeah.
Can't seem to hear
While
you.
Lori's typing, I'll share
Okay.
mine quickly, briefly.
Okay. Not your testimony with the products. We'll get to that later. But what would
No,
be your
no,
number
mine has
one
always
goal?
been been weight loss. That's just been like my lifelong battle for me. So I'm just like so pleased that that's come about.
I love it.
Yeah, Lori.
Okay, how about Mara? Mara or Loretta or Tina or Karina or Leah? Anybody else want to share about that?
I'm logged in. I'm Alicia. I'm logged in on Mars because I don't have Zoom.
I love it.
Mine is health. I've got sweet blood.
Sweet blood. Okay. Love it. Okay. Anybody else want to share what your
I
health
already-
would be?
I can't figure out how to get back to my camera. So
Hey,
I
we
think
can
after
hear you.
all this time, there we go. I think for me, originally it was pain management, but I have sorted that out. So I think for me, it's just overall health and wellness, because I feel like I've been on these products for several months, and a lot of the things that I was working on have sorted themselves out.
Okay, I love it. I love it. And I see Lori says, I am now cancer-free, so I'm interested in just clean eating and overall health. Oh my gosh, I have so much to tell you, Lori. Okay, I love this. Okay, this helps me so much because now I know where to go with the conversation, okay? So you're going to see as we kind of go through this that we have products everybody wants and needs. And I love this because you heard just with you guys, some of you have pain, some of you had cancer, some of you have weight issues, some of you, like everybody has a different thing going on. So I love that we have different packs to meet different needs. We have proprietary formulas. You guys, it's a big deal that we have formulas that nobody else has. We have the third-party validations and CGMP independent lab testings to back it. And then we have tens of thousands of success stories. Now, this is important to me. I don't know if it's important to you, but we do have a transparency promise. I think that's a big deal. I want to know that the products I'm taking are clean and free of anything that might be harmful to my body. We have a scientific advisory board that's made up of doctors and scientists that are always making sure that we're getting the latest and greatest in supplementation. Okay, so we have all that. So I'm going to start with our gut health because the facts are that 74% of us, that's the stat, are running around with some kind of a gut issue. Okay, so it could be anything from indigestion, heartburn, constipation, diarrhea. Oh my gosh, you guys, I was watching, I'm kind of embarrassed to tell you, but Darren turned on The Bachelor in Paradise the other night. There was a girl that had pooped in 10 days and they were telling her they're going to kick her off the show and have to do surgery. She's going to have to deliver a poop baby. She hadn't pooped in 10 days.
Oh
Is
my
that
God.
the craziest? Did you guys see that? Anybody else see that? I was appalled. I was like, oh my word, that is just scary. Okay, so it could be constipation. That was extreme constipation. It could be lactose intolerance or glucose intolerance or IBS, Crohn's disease. Okay. In my own family, I have a daughter-in-law that's 23 that has Crohn's disease, and I have a daughter-in-law that's 31 that has way bad celiac. I mean, we're talking extreme. Okay. So how many of you have a gut issue? Any of you have a gut issue? Give me a little hand up. Any of you know anybody with a gut issue? Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting to me. Did you know that 80% of your immune system is in the gut? 85% of your hormones are in your gut. So especially for ladies, if you're having hormone issues, a lot of times we don't think that, we don't think to go, oh my gosh, am I breaking my food down properly? But 85% of your hormones are in your gut. Also, 90% of your neurotransmitters are in your gut. So if you're dealing with anxiety, depression, things like that, you also want to think about, how is my gut doing? How's my gut health doing? Okay. So every single time you eat, it is really, really important you break your food down into the smallest molecule so that your body can absorb the nutrients from the food you're eating and release the toxins. Okay. Now, the way that you break that down to the smallest molecule is with digestive enzymes. So here's how it works. Every single time you eat, you are either giving life to your body because you're eating a raw whole food that has living digestive enzymes in it, and they're going to break that food down for you, or you're taking life from your body because you're eating a cooked or processed food. In that case, all the enzymes have been cooked and destroyed away. Now your body has to produce enzymes from your pancreas, and hopefully you have enough to break your food down. Okay. So the whole deal is you could be eating really healthy food and be malnourished because you don't have enough enzymes to get to the nutrition in your food. It's kind of a wild thing. So I'm going to show you a little health hack, you guys. We love our digestive enzymes. We absolutely love them because we know that gut health is absolutely imperative to overall health. But these little enzymes are going to do all kinds of good things. They're actually going to help optimize your digestion, increase your nutrient absorption, and give you more comfort after meals. They also have a prebiotic and probiotic in them. So I want you to see this little experiment and watch. What I love is our products are impact products. You can watch them work in this little demo right in front of your eyes. Check it out.
We're going to demonstrate the power of the Enrich enzymes using a snack pack pudding. As you can see, it's a solid. I turned it upside down here. I'm going to take one of these enzymes, crack it open, and stir in these raw enzymes that also have pre and probiotics. We're going to make sure this is really stirred around in here. These enzymes are designed to be taken before meals, so we're breaking down the carbs, the fats, the sugars, and the proteins so the body can actually absorb all the nutrients from the food and help with digestion. And so as you can see, this pudding is already going through a change. And literally in just about a minute and a half, it took a solid pudding and it liquefied it. I love being able to see the products that I'm taking every day work right before my eyes. And that's one of the great features of Enrich is we get to demonstrate the power of enzymes here.
Okay, that is the craziest thing, you guys. The very first time I saw that pudding demo, I was like, what the what? How come I did not know about these digestive enzymes? But I will tell you, I was a plugged up disaster. I was literally only going to the bathroom every 3 days for my entire adult life. And I will never forget the very first time I took one. We had a result within just maybe a couple of hours. It was quite lovely. And now it's just, constant results. And I feel so much better. I call it my flat tummy secret. And it helped me lose about 5 pounds my first, 10 days or so, which is awesome. So I know, Leslie, you have a great result with this one. Do you want to share what this did for you?
Yeah, I'm a lot like you. And I was to the point where, I just was, my regular was every 3 or 4 days. And I remember people would say you're supposed to go every day. And I was like, what? That's way too much. To me, that was just crazy. But I also knew how I was feeling in my body, that also wasn't the way it's supposed to be. And so, yeah, I got the Enrich and I started taking it, and I was similar to you, probably day 2, day 3. I remember texting and being like, Benny, poor Benny gets to hear all my poop stories, but I was like, Benny, I just pooped twice in one day. It's ridiculous, but I was so excited. And I was like, it just completely changes your life in a way that you wouldn't think of, which is you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to be uncomfortable. You don't have to run home and be, near your own washer. It's just, there's all these little ways that you adjust for when your guts are not doing well that you no longer have to do, which I was just over the moon about. I would keep saying to people, I would never have to choose one. I would never want to have to choose one product, but if I did, it would probably be Enrich because it just has changed everything like that for me.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So one other thing I want to say real quick, okay, is that so in just my own house. So I told you about my daughter-in-law. You guys, her and my son just got married a year ago. So when she was like dating Connor, I didn't take her Crohn's disease serious. I didn't really even know what Crohn's disease was or what it meant. I didn't know the poor girl had had chronic diarrhea since she was 17. Literally, she'd had chronic diarrhea for 6 years. And so we took him out to eat a couple of times and she ended up in the emergency room. She would try to tell me at the restaurant, I really shouldn't eat this. I'll just take a couple bites. Anyway, she ended up in the emergency room. It was awful. But I want you to know she has not had diarrhea at all since she's taken our enzymes. She's actually partnered with Trinont because she, you know, refers the enzymes to everybody. But the other daughter-in-law that I have that has celiacs, it's been a godsend for too. Like she will not run out. She's very careful to not eat gluten on purpose. Like she's not like trying to take our enzymes and gorge on gluten. She still stays away from gluten. But you guys all know cross-contamination is a real thing. And it is even a thing in my kitchen. I have poisoned the poor child before. So she's like, oh my gosh, it has saved my life. Like, I mean, not ultimately saved her life, but it saved her feeling good to be able to have these enzymes, and she does not go a day missing them. So anyway, that's our little family story here. So we're going to move along. We're going to talk about our next high impact product, which is Mojo. And this is my favorite product. So Leslie's was one you just heard about. Mojo is the one I'm sitting here drinking right now. This is a nootropic drink. It is all natural, and it is really meant to help you do 3 things. One is it's going to help your mood, your focus, and productivity by helping to release those feel-good hormones, that serotonin, that dopamine. It's also going to burn your fat and curb your appetite. And then the third thing it's going to do is it's going to give you energy. So for me, I start every single day with this. We have it in 3 different flavors. It comes in Brazilian coffee, it comes in chocolate, it comes in lemonade. And I cannot even tell you, like when I miss this and I'm traveling, I never miss it at home. I always start my day with it at home. But like if I'm traveling and I forget to take it with me, it's like, all I can say is, do you guys watch Winnie the Pooh? Does everybody here watch Winnie the Pooh? Okay. When I take it, I feel like Tigger. Literally, like just ready to jump on the world and conquer everything. Okay. When I don't take it, I feel like Eeyore. It's the real deal. And I don't like to feel like Eeyore. I want to be Tigger every single day. Okay. So I love this. The other thing I love, and this is wild, like I'm sitting here drinking it right now and it's 8 p.m. in California. This is not going to keep me awake. It actually doesn't. Coffee would keep me awake. I don't understand why this doesn't, but it doesn't. So I love that. I usually have one in the morning and I have another one at like 1. I'll usually have like coffee or chocolate in the morning and then lemonade in the afternoon. So I love that one. I'm going to keep moving along. The next high impact product we have is our collagen. And I'm going to guess y'all probably know there's a rage going with collagen. It is trending. It is a $17 billion industry today, which is absolutely wild. So what we have, I mean, collagen makes up 90% of your body, okay? And just so you know, collagen is the glue that holds you together. It's your skin, your hair, your nails, but it's also your bone matrix. It is your lean muscle mass. It makes up your gut lining, your connective tissues. It helps you metabolize your fat. It does all kinds of things. So first of all, at age 20, we start losing collagen production, and there is definitely a necessity to be supplementing it for our health, okay? Most of us love it. It's in our beauty category because we know people love it for their skin, hair, and nails, but it should also be in our fitness category because it helps to build that lean muscle mass. My boys are all in their late 20s, early 30s. They all play, all 3 of my sons played college football and they're all into CrossFit. So they take the collagen like crazy to build their muscle mass. They want to stay lean, but they want to stay ripped. They love it for that. I love it for my skin, hair, and nails and my cellulite. Like it helps a ton with that. I also don't want to get osteoporosis or osteopenia. So I love that I'm doing that for my bone matrix. My mom takes it for her herniated discs in her back. My husband takes it for his jacked up knees from his old high school glory days. But I'm telling you, we have some pictures. If you just look at the screen, look at the before and afters with the skin. I mean, this is amazing. You can see the before and afters with the cellulite. You can see the before and afters with the hair. And we love showing you those pictures because those are really where we can show some results. We can't always see what's happening on the inside of the body, but I do know one of the things people ask me is how does it differ than another collagen? So I just want you to know the nitty gritty. Our collagen was actually a medical grade collagen being used in hospitals when we got it. We added a few things to it. So we don't say it's medical grade anymore because the way we changed it, it couldn't be offered intravenously anymore. But it was the actual collagen part was being given intravenously in hospitals. It is broken down to the smallest collagen peptide possible, the smallest molecule possible. So you're getting an 80% absorption. There's 11 grams of collagen peptide in there. There's 10 grams of protein. We have biotin, hyaluronic acid in there, and an antioxidant blend. So it is the best of the best when it comes to collagen. I'm actually going to have Lori come on. I know she has a glow testimony. Do you want to talk about that real quick, Lori? I think you have to unmute yourself.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
There you are.
Sorry, put me on the spot a little bit. My glow testimony is I've been taking it for my joint pain, and it's just really helped. It just helps with like I have like a lot of stiffness in my hands and in my feet, and if I don't take the collagen, then I get stiff again for sure. So, and I also use the Optimize for that as well, but mostly it's the glow for sure.
Okay, so let's talk about the Optimize for just a minute because we didn't hit on that. So Optimize is another enzyme product, you guys, but this enzyme is a proteolytic enzyme. Okay, so what this is meant to do is you take it on an empty stomach, it bypasses the digestive system and it goes into the blood and it's going to look for rogue proteins to break down. So if you're sitting here and you're like, lady, you're talking science. Okay, rogue proteins are what cause inflammatory stress in the body. Okay, so just think about inflammatory stress in the body. So this is going to go into the blood. It's going to break the things down that are causing inflammatory stress. It helps break down scar tissue and fibrin. Okay, this is big. So I'm going to tell you a little story. My daughter had a horrific car accident. This is about 5 years ago. Put her in ICU. She had to have emergency surgery. She punctured her lungs, fractured her ribs, punctured her liver, lacerated her liver. She had broken bones all over her body, by the way. She came home, totally crushed her feet and her ankles. So she came home with casts on both legs. She was in a wheelchair when she came home finally. And the formulator of our products called me. She said, Jen, there is a product that Turnaught does not have yet. I'm working to get it to Turnaught right now, but it is called Optimize. She said, you need to know what this is. We created this for pro athletes for when they got bad injuries to get them back on the field in half the time. I know the doctors are saying Kaylee won't be out of her cast for 3 months, but I would guess that if you give this to her every 2 waking hours, she'll be out of those casts in half the time. You guys, she was out of her casts in 1 month. She was supposed to have those casts on for 3 months. So I swear by this stuff. It is the most amazing recovery product. If you are in a situation where you're looking for any kind of recovery, all of our athletes love it for not getting like sore after they work out. They'll take it as a recovery after workout. This is like an amazing product. Leah, I know you have a testimony with Optimize too. Did you want to hit on that real quick?
Sure. So mine, I mean, not nearly to the extent of your daughter's, but I was in a car accident about 4 years ago. And at the time I was a full-time fitness instructor. And so car accident happened, just constant pain. Couldn't continue to teach a lot of my classes, had to switch things up. And about 6 months ago, I started taking the Optimize. That was the first product I tried. And at that time, I was in the middle of a 12-week fitness challenge. So I still did all the things that I used to do. I just did them in pain. So I'm not somebody who sits still very well. So I just kept doing all the things and just dealt with the pain. But so yeah, I was doing a 12-week fitness challenge, and my kind of progress goal every week was to see if I could increase my 5K run time. And I got 5 days into Optimize, went for my weekly run and had no pain at my halfway mark, which was odd. So then I just carried on and continued home. Didn't have any pain afterwards. And then the big trigger is usually getting out of bed the next day. And I got out of bed, no problem. And I've been doing all the things that I love to do since without any pain. So that's one that I will not go without.
Oh
For
my
sure.
gosh. I love this. You guys think about how many people could benefit by that. And that's really what we love is we love helping people and helping them with solutions. So thank you so much for sharing, Leah. So we're going to go into our last high impact product, and that is our new Transform. And I just want you guys to see with your eyes what this really is. And I want you to hear from our founder how big this is. So I want you to hear him real
This
quick.
is in an area where you don't even understand because it's something that's just come about. It's just been invented. It's new. It's not something that's been around. It's not a tweak on an existing product. This is new technology that has the power to be able to affect a positive physical health, measurable effect on billions of people worldwide.
Okay, so I just wanted you to hear that little soundbite because it's pretty amazing. Okay, so you're going to see the Food Institute has an article where there was a study done with an enzyme where it showed that sugar or glucose could actually be transformed into fiber, which is amazing. Okay. So this is meant to give you immediate benefits. You guys, me, as well as a couple other people you're going to hear from, we actually put a glucose monitor in our arm with a little needle for 10 days. And then my cell phone through Bluetooth was like scribing what my glucose levels were doing every single day. I want you to know that before I started the Transform, I monitored for 2 days. My little graph looked like a mountain range. I mean, it was like, whoop, 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 whoop. It was all crazy. I started taking this Transform somewhere between a half an hour and 15 minutes before I would eat. And it just made it more like a wavy line. It was pretty amazing. And I was going into the hypoglycemic zone. Like my monitor was going off screaming at me that my blood sugar was too low. And then it would scream that it was too high after I ate. So I want you to know what it's meant to do. It kind of works like an adaptogen. It is going in there and it's helping you to level things out. Okay. So it's helping to stabilize that blood sugar, long-term benefits. It could help with all kinds of things, digestion, overall health, bowel regulated, inflammation, etc. What makes our product unique is that it promotes effective blood sugar management by literally turning the glucose to fiber. So it also reduces glucose calories by 50 to 90%. You can see the graph over here where a person we were testing, you can see what their glucose levels were doing without Transform. And then you can see doing a meal plus Transform, how that looks different. They're clinically demonstrated. You can see the difference right here. It's going to help reduce the absorption of carbs and sugars. And then we also have greens of paradise in this. And this is what I was telling you is a thermogenic. This helps to regulate weight effectively by utilizing your body's fat reserve as a source of energy. It's actually going to help to use that white fat, like I said, and turn that into brown fat, kind of mimicking what happens when you exercise. So you can see that when your blood sugar is in check, all these things happen on the left. It can help with your mood, your emotional stability, your brain fog, your metabolism, your energy, your cravings, your weight loss, like all these things right here. In fact, I was with a doctor in Oregon a couple of weeks ago, and he said, there's a thing that all of us doctors talk about, and that's the 400 Club. And that is, he said, when you take glucose and you add this enzyme product to glucose, what you get is fiber. But on the other hand, if you take glucose and you add insulin, what you get is fat. So you guys need to know that glucose plus insulin equals fat. And then the more glucose or the more insulin you take, the more insulin resistant you are. So the more insulin you have to take, which makes more fat. And so the doctor was telling all of us that night, he said, you really want to be careful because as a doctor, we're always trying to keep people out of the 400 Club because as they take insulin, they start creeping into this situation where they have to take 400 units of insulin because their glucose is at a 400 and they're working on being 400 pounds big. So anyway, this is a godsend, in my opinion, to the world. Seriously, this breakthrough is amazing in health. And I know that, Leah, you're going to share your testimony on Transform, and then we're going to have Leslie share yours. Okay. So Leah, if you want to hop on and tell your little testimony, that would be awesome.
Sure. Yeah. So I brought some home from Vegas, so that was super exciting to have it before it launched out to the rest of the world. And in the first 7 days, the first week I took 2 half an hour before lunch and 2 half an hour before dinner, and wanted to kind of see how that worked for my body, and lost 4.5 pounds and 5 inches. The second week I changed it to 1 before breakfast, 1 before lunch, 1 before dinner, still 30 minutes. And I liked it the first way around better for me. So that's what I've gone back to now. But for me, the biggest thing is my sleep. So previous, I've struggled with my sleep for a long time. I'd lay down, toss and turn, eventually fall asleep, then get up in the middle of the night, go back to bed, toss and turn some more, eventually fall asleep. But since starting this product, I fall asleep within probably 15 minutes of laying down. And same thing in the middle of the night when I get up and come back to bed, I'm asleep again within 15 minutes. So I'm all about dropping a few extra pounds and losing some inches. But for me, the big thing with this product is my quality of sleep.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Thank you, Leah. Okay, Leslie, what do you got?
Oh my gosh, I love to hear that. Because for me, when I started collagen, it helped me sleep. So it's just like, you never know which one is going to, have an impact for you. For me, the Transform, much like Leah, we were in Vegas together and I got my hands on it early. And I have to say, when it was announced what it was to us and we were in Vegas, something in my whole body was like, yes, because I have always struggled with my weight. And it's one of these things that, like, again, it creeps into every area of your life and becomes part of your identity and then it's such a huge struggle. There's emotional, there's mental health parts of it. There's so much to it. But the hardest part to actually get action with is the physical part. It's always so much work to get a win. So for me, I was hoping, and I have actually a dormant prescription for something else that's supposed to help as well. That's a pharmaceutical that has really heavy impacts on the body. And I've just been kind of sitting on it because it's extremely expensive. But I was at that point in my life, I thought about gastric sleep. There's all the things. I thought about all the things because I just wanted sort of like my outside to match the fire that I have and the energy that I have on the inside. And I just felt like it just never really matched up for me. So I got the Transform. I brought it home. I started taking it. I do the same thing that Leah does. I take it 30 minutes before a meal. And it took probably, I would say, 4 or 5 days to see some movement for me, but then I saw movement really fast. And I was down, the last I looked, I'm down 16 pounds. And I started taking it September 28th, like was when things started to move. And so obviously I'm down inches as well. I hadn't measured. So now I have measured and I need to wait a little bit. But like for me, I was very emotional for sure. Cause a passive win in the health space is so hard to find. And that's what I would say about the Mojo, about the collagen, everything is like, it's a passive win. It is a way to help your body to heal. It doesn't require more of you because we're all so stretched thin. We don't have more to give. So I've just been sharing with everyone. I'm continuing this. I can't wait. I noticed a bigger jump in weight loss when I added drinking a lot of water and taking Enrich as well. So I do 30 minutes before Transform, 30 minutes before I meal. I take Enrich about 5 minutes before I eat, and I make sure I drink about 1.5 liters of water a day. And then it really seems to have kicked things up for me. But I'm like, I just want to shout from the rooftops because I'm like, it's so amazing.
Oh my gosh. What is your total weight loss, Leslie, with it?
16 pounds.
Holy moly. Okay, that's huge. I am so excited for you. Okay, so that leads me to the second part. And I just want you to know, we have so many other products. We're not going to talk about them tonight because we'd be here all day, like quite literally. But just know there are a whole bunch of them. But this leads to the opportunity side. So I want you to just think about right now, if you were getting the kind of results that Leslie was getting, or you were getting the results Leah has had, or Lori with any of them, would you share with people? Okay. I have a friend, Rihanna. Oh gosh, I wish I had her on tonight, but her husband was kind of like Leslie. He is diabetic actually. And he got so excited to take the Transform, you guys. He was excited out of his mind, but he ended up losing 17 pounds and he's only been on it for 2.5 weeks. Now he's a big guy, but still his glucose levels are more even, like crazy things are happening. And you guys, all she did, because she was so excited, is she went on her Facebook and live. She just shared what his results were. Okay. All she did. I want you to know she has had so many people reach out to her, like they want the product. Some of the people want to know about the business opportunity. It's like a whirlwind. It is so, so exciting. And so that's where, like I said, the opportunity comes in, because what Trinant's goal is we want to impact 1 billion lives. We know there's a lot of people that don't even know what a digestive enzyme is. There's people that have no idea how they can feel like Tigger every day. They're waking up every day struggling like Eeyore to get all the things done and be a good mom and go to work and be a boss and da 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 da. Okay. When, oh my gosh, little solutions right here. Okay. There's so many things that we could talk about. So we want more voices as a company. We want more voices. And so here's the question. If you thought that this could help somebody, would you tell them? I always say a good friend always tells. If we think we have a solution, we don't tell, we're kind of a jerk. It's not being a very nice friend. Okay. Good friends always tell when there's something they think could help. And so that leads to the opportunity side. So I want you to know the very first way that we pay, gosh, why are my slides going crazy here? Hold on. The very first way that we pay, if you want to get started as an associate with the company, is we pay, back up. We have a Facebook community. You guys are going to want to be a part of this. Have whoever added you, I'm sure you're Leslie's guest, have her add you to our testimonial group, because you can read about all the testimonies that so many different people are having. We literally, on the Ripple Effect, reached 100,000 people today. And quite literally, there are thousands of testimonies on there, which is really exciting. But the first way we get paid is by simply sharing, becoming an associate with the company and sharing information. When somebody decides, yes, they want to shop on our online store for a product, then you can make up to 30% on your customers, but also you can rank to the very top position in the company and make extra bonuses just by getting customers. Okay. So I think this is highly, highly exciting. I want you to just think about this. If you're going to share anyway, why not just get paid when you do? And the value of this, you guys, I believe that everybody wants to figure out how to make money from their phone today. I do. I mean, social selling is one of the fastest growing industries in the world. And if you're going to love, like, share, comment, you might as well get paid while you're doing it. You really might as well. You could do this remotely. You could do it from the beach. I know Benny, we see her all the time at the beach having charcuterie. And I know that she's hiking and enjoying the ocean, and she's working on her phone a little bit here and there, and she's generating some amazing income. In fact, her base pay at the position she's at right now pays her a minimum of $9,000 a month. That's pretty amazing. Okay. So, I love this. You guys, you can share with as many people as you want. Let me show you kind of how this works. So you can see the Jade position, Ree, that I just told you about, that her husband got the amazing results with our Transform. She already reached the Jade position right here. It's crazy. She just did it just that fast in 2 weeks, just sharing Transform. So let me show you how these bonuses work. I'm going to break it down for you, so it's not rocket science. And if you're wondering, oh my gosh, how do I share? You guys get ready for this. This is so cool. When you start with Trinant, we text you what to post every day on your social media. You don't have to make it up. You don't have to invent it. And in your Facebook stories, we have something called the Trinant Social Media Telegram channel. You're going to go ahead and get the Telegram app for your phone. And every day you're going to be spoon-fed what to put in your stories to draw business to you. So that's one of the things that Ree did, you guys. She just put the images that were spoon-fed to her in our Telegram channel, just copied and pasted them into her stories, and it got her a crap ton of customers too. Okay. So that's really exciting. Now, I want you to see this. Let's just say that you got 25 customers of Transform. Okay. Maybe you got 25 1-month customers of Transform. Just so you know, a 1-month supply is 2 bottles. Okay. I want to be clear. A 1-month supply is 2 bottles. So if you get 25 people on 2 bottles, okay, this is just on the customer side. This would be 300. Oh, jeez, my pen's not working. Hold a minute. I thought if I licked it, it was going to be better, but then it didn't work altogether. Okay, getting a different color. So if you did that, that would be $300 in commissions. Your 30% would be $300. Okay, 25 customers of Transform. It works the same with collagen. It could be 25 customers of collagen, or it could be half and half. Either way, that is going to rank you to Jade on the customer ranks. So not only do you get your 300 in commissions, but now you ranked as a Jade, and that gets you 250 more of commissions. Okay. So that right there is $550 that you got paid on 25 customers. That's pretty good. Okay. Now, on top of that, if you do that in your first month, you make another $1,000 bonus. That's $1,550. Okay. That's just on the customer side. And you can do as much of that or as little of that as you want. But I love how simple our social media system is, you guys. We're going to teach you exactly what to do. And Leslie and Betty are absolutely amazing at that. Now, the other way we get paid is if we want to build a team. So I told you, Rhiannon, my friend, some of the people that reached out to her were like, oh my gosh, we want to get Transform. Others were like, hey, how are you making money? I want to know about this side. Okay. And so when you get people started in business, when you have people say, hey, I want to do this with you, like Leslie and Betty have had happen, you can make money this way. Okay. So first of all, when you get people started in business, you make a commission on whatever starter pack they decide to get. Okay. So let's just say you had 3 people start on our most popular starter pack. That would be the Platinum Pack. The reason that people love the Platinum Pack is because you're getting about $500 worth of free products in your Platinum Pack. And you're getting enough products that you can try a little bit of everything, which is amazing. Okay. So if you got 3 people started on a Platinum Pack, you would be getting 500 points of volume for each Platinum Pack. That would rank you to the first position in our company, which is Jade, which would pay you $250. Okay. But also you'd make a $300 commission on each of those Platinum Packs. So that would also bring in $900 for you. And if you did this in your first 30 days, you make a $1,000 bonus for doing it quick. So right here, you could make $2,150. And this is in American dollars. I wanted to let you know, even on the customer side, what I showed you was American dollars because I live in America, so I know American dollars. But Benny and Leslie can fill you in just a minute on what that would be in Canadian dollars. It's more in Canadian dollars. Okay. So imagine if in the next 30 days, even if you didn't do the customer side, if all you did is this side, you can make $2,150. If all you did is the customer side, I showed you how to make over $1,000 over on the customer side, right? I told you how to make $1,550 on that side. So I love this, you guys. This is our first rank. It's called Jade. And just so you know, not only is there the $2,150 here, but once you're a Jade, if you want to go get a Jeep like Benny's done and Trent has done, you can put a Trenant logo on the side of it and Trenant will pay you another $350 as a Jade to drive a Jeep with a logo on it because it
And
advertises.
Leslie has a beautiful ruby red Jeep.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to have you talk about that in just a minute. So look at this. If you did the Jeep, you could actually bring in, oh my gosh, 2,500 US dollars, which is how much Canadian dollars, you guys? You know?
Trent. He's
Trent,
in a-
It's
Trent's
over 3. It's over $3,000 for sure.
over $3,000.
like.
That's so simple. Can you tell us about your Jeeps, you guys, really, really fast? And then I'm going to show them the last little slide here.
I can talk about mine. I think I earned the Jeep in 2 months. And it was funny because when I first started, I had this vision board. Benny and I made vision boards together. And one of the big things on it was Jeep. And I was in my mind like, okay, I gotta have to get the Jeep by like April. And I think I got it in February. I got it in February. And I was like, oh my God, I already got the Jeep. So it was like, check. And then it was like, next. And I got this big, beautiful Wrangler. And I have to say, I've had new vehicles often just because that's how sort of, I like to be under warranty and whatever. But I've never had one that has the staying power of excitement like the Jeep. I'm sure you know the same thing, Jen. Like when you look at yours, you're like, you just get all fired up. There's something about it that's like, I don't know. It just feels super special. And I get real excited to drive it around. I feel like it keeps me cool for my kids for a little bit longer.
Totally does. Totally does. I love that. And then Benny, you want to share about yours? Cause you and Trent both have one, which is exciting. Or maybe Trent can share, one of you.
I can share. We are both single parents and we both had unreliable vehicles. Anybody relate to that situation? And in fact, on our 6-month anniversary, Trent's car broke down and we had to walk. And now we both drive Jeeps. We actually earned the Jeeps in our very first month. And we have paid off a lot of money off those Jeeps. But more importantly, I have never felt so safe in a car before. And not to mention, we love nature. So we take them off-roading and it has been absolutely incredible.
My gosh, I love this. You guys, I've been driving a Jeep with Trinant for 7 years. Do you know they paid me over $40,000 to drive that Jeep? When you add up all of my monthly Jeep stipends for the last 7 years, they have paid me over $40,000. My Jeep has been more than paid for by Trinant in those bonuses. And the cool thing is it's already paid for and they're still sending me the stipend because it's not like they bought me the Jeep. I bought the Jeep. They're just sending me a bonus every month when I have the right volume, which is really cool. Okay. So I want to show you a bigger part of the pay plan. Check this out. So here's what happens. Imagine that you had shared with me and Benny and Leslie. Okay. Maybe you just shared with the 3 of us. This would have been awesome for you because we're super excited about the products and we're excited about everything about Trinant, right? So here's what would have happened because here's what did happen. I shared with people that came customers. I shared with people that became associates. Same with Benny and Leslie, right? So if you'd started the 3 of us in business, we would be having customers and we would have started associates that you never would have got on your own probably, okay? Well, guess what? Our associates and our customers, they started sharing as well. And so there's no cap or limit as to how much volume you can start having flowing through your business, okay? So you're going to see that you can make anywhere from look at the green line. You can make 100 a month. You can make 600 a month as a Jade. That's with your Jeep stipend. But then you can go clear up the gamut here. You could make 1,000 a month. You can make 2,000 a month as a Ruby. This is base pay. Then you get all of your personal commissions, your launch bonuses, your ranking bonuses on top of that. Benny just qualified as an Emerald. She's an Emerald. That's like amazing, you guys. I do believe like Diamond is right around the corner for her. She's going to be a Diamond and she's going to get a $20,000 rank up bonus as well. I'm really excited about that for her. She's a single mama of 2 boys. That's amazing. Leslie is working through this compensation plan. Leslie, where are you at? I think I know, but I just want to make sure I say the right thing.
I'm Pearl right now, but I'm creeping up on Ruby and that's like my goal, my big goal.
Okay, so look how exciting this is. I believe she will get Ruby done this month. 2,000 a month, you guys. The ranking bonus is 2,500 just for getting there. She has her customer commission. She has her launching bonuses. There's like all this other stuff on top of it. But the biggest thing that I want you to know is that there's pretty much not a cap or limit. You can make up to $300,000 a month here. Okay. And that's just wild. And some of you might be like, oh my gosh, that sounds unfathomable. But I'm going to tell you what, I started a gal by the name of Bree Richardson in business a little over 3 years ago. And she actually will bonus $350,000 just this month. Is that the craziest thing ever? Wild. Okay. So you never know. Sky is the limit. And just because you get in first doesn't mean you're making more money than anybody can surpass anybody in the comp plan. Bree actually passed me up in the compensation plan. Okay. So go figure. So that said, I love what we do. And I want to make sure that nobody misses what we're talking about here. You guys, Transform is literally transforming people's lives all over the world. Do you think about how many people you know that have weight and sugar issues? Tons and tons and tons of people, let alone all the other products. It is going so viral that we did $1.3 million in sales our very first hour. I'm just telling you, people want to get their hands on it. And like I said, they can't get it from the grocery store. They can't get it from Costco. They can't go to the drugstore. They can't get a prescription for it. You guys, this just happened. This is a new discovery in science. It is absolutely amazing. And we are the only place that you can get it and get it with the thermogenic with it. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Some of you are on here and you're like, oh my gosh, I have to have Transform. I need it. I want to see what happens to my weight. I want to see what happens to my sugar. You guys, I have people lined up waiting for their product right now. That is not even a joke. It is out of control. Okay. So if that's you, you want to get your order in right away because it's not even going to start shipping till the 30th right now because of the backlog. So it will start shipping on the 30th. If you wait till the 30th to order, then you're probably not going to be shipping till middle of the month next month. So if you actually want to get the product, you do not want to wait to order because there is a line. But if you're like me and you're an entrepreneur and you're like, no, I understand being first to the party, being an early adapter. Here's what happened to me, you guys. I saw network marketing in 2006 with a company that was bringing video phone technology to the market. So we were bringing video communications before anybody was seeing who they were talking to. Like, think about it. You're in Canada. I'm in California. In 2006, we couldn't have looked at each other across the screen like this. And so I got to bring that technology to the world. It changed my family's life. We completely transformed our income because we got in early on something that the masses didn't have yet. And so that opportunity is huge. This product is like a rocket headed to space. It's going, it is blowing, it is rocking. We are going to strap a missile onto this rocket in January. We're giving it a sister product that goes with it that is going to take weight loss into a whole new hemisphere. Okay. So what you want to do, if you're on here and you're an entrepreneur and you're thinking, is you want to build your base right now with the products we've talked about, especially Transform. Holy crap, everybody wants this that knows about it right now. And then what's going to happen, you're going to build that base. And then in January, when we pre-launch that next product, it's going to drop into a distribution you've already built. And you'll see that base multiply because the people who are already on Transform are going to want to add that next thing to what it is. And you guys, I am telling you, if you knew what it was, you'd be peeing your pants like I am right now. Okay. So that said, does anybody have any questions before we end this? Anybody have questions?
I'm just gonna stop the recording and then we can take questions if that's okay.